Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Netherwar. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday. Welcome to the second episode of our Netherwar playthrough. Tonight's episode is titled "Nether Gonna Give You Up," and I am so proud of that. And I will never stop being proud of that. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master for this series.
Wretched Rick Astley.
Hey, I don't know if you've heard any of his new stuff, but it's pretty good.
I have not. I just hear that song over and over again.
I sing Rick Astley at karaoke sometimes, but not the song you're thinking. So, our heroes are currently in the midst of the fight of their lives as they battle for the existence of the multiverse and set the stage for the rise of Earth Prime's next Master Mage as we go through Netherwar, which is Green Ronin's super huge mega event that they put out at the end of last year. Tonight, we will be playing Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition, published by Green Ronin Publishing. This is the world's greatest superhero RPG. Aaron says I should be ashamed of myself. I know he knows I'm not, but I should be.
He is correct.
Yes, very much so.
I dumped all my points in shame. That was my dump. That and Constitution. This is the world's greatest superhero RPG. It is a D20 system with a legendary character creation that allows for any superhero imaginable to be your player character. M&M also has a serious emphasis on cinematic superhero action, allowing heroes to leap into the comic book universe of your choice. One thing that I really love is the use of hero points to allow characters to push themselves to greater heights. They actually talked about hero points today on Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and that was a really great conversation until it devolved into animal pictures. But even that was awesome.
No, the furries are coming.
Not like that.
Boy.
Comments like that gives us Arctic Fox. Says, shush.
Ooh. That's right, we're back in Freedom City. I can whip him out.
No.
I'm making a note. Okay, so hero points are earned by leaning into the genre, acting heroically, and suffering setbacks, just like superheroes and other media. We have gathered some amazing heroes tonight. Say howdy, heroes.
Howdy,
Hero
heroes.
heroes never gets old.
Nope.
I do want to give them a chance to tell us a little about themselves, the character they will be playing, and where else we can find them. We will go Kevin, Jonesy, Andy.
Well, where else can you find me? Under rocks and things. Oh, I'm not online much in the public eye except for Untold Stories Project. When I'm not doing that, I'm teaching middle school or playing in lots of games with local peeps. I've been in a lot of Mutants Masterminds projects here at the Untold Stories Project, and I hope to be in a lot more. I'm playing not yet Overdrive, who will soon be Overdrive, a budding speedster who's about to tear things up.
Awesome. Jonesy?
Hello, everyone. I am Jonesy. I am also a GM on this channel. I run a Royal of the Apocalypse game on Tuesday nights. So if you like some World of Darkness and some spooky shenanigans, definitely come check that stream out. I will be playing Deathgate, our resident metalhead / super. He is definitely a bit of a 90s-esque character. His powers come from a ancient artifact which has been implanted in him, which allows him to act as a living gateway to the underworld. So
that is the best description of your powers I think I've heard in all the time we played with Mortis and Deathgate, Jonesy. Andy?
So I am Andy. I am a GM on the channel as well. I run a one-shot setup for us during our one-shot holidays. I also run our Storyforge YouTube channel, or at least I'm the face that you get when you come to watch our Storyforge YouTube channel, where we go through character creation for various other systems that I and the others on the group tend to enjoy. Tonight, I am playing Resonant, a well, we'll call her a blaster for lack of a better term, but she is a wielder of gem magic, uh, who has control over several different gems that give her access to unique and wonderful powers, which she uses in defense of Freedom City. I will also be the back end for our missing player this week. Everly had to step out due to a little bit of an illness, so I will be controlling Dark Star so that we are not completely overwhelmed by what Alex throws at us.
You know, listening to these summers, I've just realized I'm the group wastrel. Like everyone else is doing this.
We can put you to work, Kevin.
Yeah, no, that was a bad idea.
So yeah, Everly is usually our fourth player, but she is not feeling well, so she is taking the night off. We hope to see her back next week. In the meantime, she is one half of the YouTube channel Geek House on YouTube, so they do a whole bunch of reaction stuff, so definitely head over and give them a sub if you haven't yet. They do lots of good stuff over there. They actually just had a reaction to the international trailer for Godzilla vs. King Kong, so that was a lot of fun. And I don't want to hear any arguments. Godzilla's going to win that fight. Just saying.
I'm with you.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Last week, we met a group of Claremont Academy students, young superheroes attending a school to hone their abilities and make their mark on Freedom City. However, before they could even get to first period, they were teleported to Freedom Hall by their friend Seven, and into battle with Bress the Beautiful and a group of Fomorian warriors. The heroes sprang into action and defeated the erstwhile giants, only to receive a threatening message from someone called Una, Queen of the Netherworld. Una threatened to invade the Earth unless the Master Mage challenged her to a duel for the fate of their respective realms. A challenge which Seven and the heroes leapt to. They worked together to open a portal to the Netherworld with a little help from Bress, and headed off to challenge the sorceress. Their portal deposited them near a small mining town called Terabava, which I don't think the heroes actually know yet, but that's the name of the town that you guys are in. Some of Una's forces were rounding up the villagers, but the heroes stepped in before any harm could be brought upon the innocents. The team fought off Kate of Riss and her undead minions, including the world's pluckiest skeleton. Unfortunately, after the fight, Kate of Riss summoned what strength she had and has teleported Seven to parts unknown, leaving our team stranded in the Netherworld without their fearless leader.
No, that the skeleton from Hades might have something to say about pluckiest skeleton ever, Alex.
He was a plucky skeleton. I love plucky skeletons. I am statting up plucky skeleton, and I'm going to put it on Drive-Thru RPG. Alright, so yeah, you all find yourself in this small town, having just bested the necromancer who was shaking everyone down. You see the villagers are sort of looking around, looking at you with apprehension in their eyes.
First thing Resonant is going to do is fly down to where Seven was and start looking around and trying to figure out exactly what the heck happened. And she looks over at Deathgate and she goes, "Oh my God, what happened to Seven? Where'd she go?"
I think she was kidnapped.
Mage
napped.
But that's not good. That's not good at all. So, kind of then seeing the eyes of all the villagers on them, she's going to look back at the rest of the group. So what do we do now?
Dave is kind of gonna like pull down the mask. He's like looking down. Now, again, surprises for players. If you're not sure what's happening in the session, I wasn't prepared to be a costumed hero just yet. So I imagine that Seven's spell sort of reached through the time stream a little bit, and so this is sort of a muddy proto version of the costume with like red and silver tiger stripes on it with no emblems. I've never been in a fight before, and we just stomped monsters for like 10 minutes straight. Am I the only one whose mind is blown right now?
First day?
He's afraid.
Yeah.
That would do it. Well, we been a couple of years since we started, right?
Oh,
Give or take.
Yeah.
so you guys
Something
do
like
this all
that.
the time?
No, not this.
Oh.
Training. I mean, a little bit on the side, but not this level.
Wow. Okay.
Um, guys, they're getting a little bit closer. Looking at the villagers.
Yeah, you do see a couple of them have come forward to help up the woman who was wearing sort of the red wrap robe. She's older. They stand her up, and she sort of dusts herself off and lets out a heavy sigh as she sees the four of you.
Sort of pull the mask back up.
I'm just gonna point out that I'm not usually the face of the group. That usually falls to Seven or you or one of the others. So,
Seven is so much better at it than I am, but okay.
well, do you think they really want to talk to another necromancer?
You're a necromancer?
Kind of. I'm more of a living ghost, but yeah.
I was gonna say that's a pretty baseline description of your power set, right, Deathgate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. So Resonant's she'll walk over to the woman wearing the red wrap robe and say, hi, do you understand me?
She sort of looks at you. She has this weathered face. Yes, I understand you, dearie.
Oh, good. That'll make this at least easier. Hi.
Easier for who?
Well, at least communication. I don't know. I'm sorry. We kind of stepped in to keep you guys safe with our friend, and now our friend is missing. And what exactly was happening here?
I don't know if you've made us any safer, but
Hey.
Una's enforcer over there, and she kind of gestures towards Cadavris.
I thought she disappeared too.
She did not disappear. The skeleton and seven disappeared.
Okay.
They came to collect their tithe. Conscripts. A member of every family to fight in Una's undead army.
You're alive.
Yeah, part of the transfer and part of the process involves rectifying that.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good. And in 12 hours, Cadavris' supervisor will be here to take all of us to the army.
Oh. Who's her supervisor?
He's the governor appointed over this region. His name is Zabram the Inquisitor.
Can you do like a recall?
What do you mean?
Like recall the governor, get rid of him, get another governor.
You say that, and that idea seems so alien to her that she just lets it pass by. You see, like one cock of the eyebrow.
I mean, I read about that in civics class. I mean,
I don't think things work here like they work back home.
oh, okay.
So that's not good. Looking at not yet Overdrive and Deathgate.
It's Dave. I'm Dave. Hi.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
What should we do? We can't let these people suffer because we stepped in, but we have to go stop Seven from facing Una alone.
Well, I mean, can we do both?
12 hours. I don't know how long she'll have. I don't know how long Seven will have before she faces Una.
There's no facing Una, for the record, young lady. Una is a force of nature, as unchanging as the sun or the passage of time, the wearing down of old bones.
Seven's the Master Mage of Earth. If anyone could face Una, it would be her. The last Master Mage of Earth stopped Una from at least claiming our world.
You say that, Rada's eyes sort of narrow, and she says you shouldn't say things like that out loud. It draws unwanted attention.
Oh. Is there a place we could take you that would keep you safe from the Inquisitor so that you wouldn't be conscripted into the army?
You hear her laugh, and it's this sort of dry, unused laugh that resonates almost from like a corpse as the gas escapes from its body. There is nowhere safe from Una's enforcers throughout the whole Netherworld. Do what you will. I have to prepare my town for absolution.
These guys give up easy.
I think they've been under the thumb for a bit too long.
Sounds like it. Well, why don't we
Okay.
just fleece this? Why don't we just fleece this overseer like we did the last bunch of yahoos? Just get them.
There's only 4 of us now. We lost 7. And she's looking at Darkstar. As Darkstar's probably kind of standing over the body of Cadaverous, making sure she doesn't come back.
Yeah, you see the people slowly start to disband and go back about their business. But one villager does walk up to you. He's the first person you've seen of this group who seems to believe a little bit more what you're saying. He's kind of a middle-aged man, little salt and pepper, definitely thin, wiry from a lifetime of working in mines.
Hi.
Do you really want to help us? He kind of crosses his arms and looks around pensively.
Yes.
Yeah, if we caused you guys something, if we caused something more harmful to come, we want to keep that from happening, if at all possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some things that we can do. We have time, right? I mean, 12 hours.
12 hours?
That's not nothing.
Is an hour 60 minutes?
Yes.
I don't know. We're in a whole different reality, Dave. I don't know what time's like here.
But then we shouldn't sweat it. We should just do stuff. Just do stuff.
Comes in a bottle.
So what can we do to help?
Well, I can say that there are. I mean, there's a few things that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm open to suggestions. This is a mining town, and the reason Cadaverous was dispatched here was because somebody told Zobram that we were hoarding food and weapons. Just a little bit more to get us through the winter. I mean, it's not like we were planning an insurrection or anything.
Okay.
But
So
I mean, there's a few things. We need some help hiding those additional supplies better to make sure that whoever comes looking around doesn't get them. And
Yeah.
some of those skeletons did smash up one of our factories real bad. Knowing that Zobram or Una would be furious that we weren't living up to our quotas.
So wait, they sabotaged your success to get you in trouble with the boss?
I mean, yeah, that was part of this visit here.
This place is screwed up. It's worse than New Jersey here.
I don't know what a New Jersey is.
I mean, count your blessings.
It's the other end of the Netherworld.
oh no.
Apologies to all our fans in New Jersey. All 3 of you.
I mean, I'm open to suggestions though, but getting the factory up and helping to hide some of those supplies, I mean, that would certainly go a long way towards improving our situation.
Well, how complicated is your factory?
I mean, I've been working there my whole life. I don't have a good frame of reference for how complicated it is compared to anything else, but
Well, like the stuff that's busted up, how tricky is it? Like how hard would it be to fix? Is it just a matter of time, or is it like really complicated stuff?
oh no, it's not. I think it'd take probably 6 hours to fix up. Um, it's not. I mean, it's not overly complicated. It's just tedious, and there's
Haha,
a lot of stuff involved in it.
bro, I got you. I'm off to the factory.
He's fast, isn't he?
Apparently.
It's a little speedy.
Just a little speedy.
Resident giggles because I can't giggle all that well.
We might want to come up with some kind of story for what happened to, and he points over to Cadivris, who's still unconscious next to Darkstar. We're gonna want to get rid of her.
We shouldn't kill her, right? Seven wouldn't want us to kill her. I mean, that's not what heroes do.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, I'm not opposed to the idea.
Deathgate, any ideas?
Possibly.
My name's Dolus, by the way. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself.
Hi, Dolus. I'm Resonant. This is Deathgate, and that was Dave.
Hi, Dave.
It's a strange name compared to the rest of you.
Hashtag hi Dave, now trending.
It's really.
He's still wearing khakis. He sounds hideous.
Well, he is. So.
But if it's Dave wearing spandex, then he sounds heroic.
Yeah, don't forget.
So what's your idea?
Well, I could try to send her someplace else.
Looking at the gentleman standing, would sending her someplace else be helpful? Would she disobey an order? Or could you tell her that a bunch of other worlders showed up and she chased them off?
When you say somewhere else, is it someplace you can come back from?
Probably eventually, but it'll probably be a while.
I mean, that would help our situation.
Oh, are you gonna try doing that?
I was thinking about sending her down to see Hades in the underworld.
Are you sure you wanted to do that? I mean, last time you did that.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, she's a necromancer, so I figure it shouldn't be too awful bad to send her to go hang out with Hades in the underworld. Or but I don't know what else to do. I mean, we can't kill her. I mean,
no.
I can't make her forget what happened.
I don't have that power either. Seven. I don't know the Seven even had that power.
So
Dolus kind of looks at you. He says, "I'm open to whatever you want to come up with."
I mean, if you want to try it, Deathgate, I can. If there's anything I can do to help.
are there any ghosts in the area? I don't know if ghosts even are a thing here, but
I'll say there can be a ghost around for a hero point.
It's more of just a curiosity, like, or do ghosts exist on this plane or not?
You get the impression that there are spirits somewhere on this plane of existence.
Um,
Your soul vault's telling you that much, at least.
okay.
Well, I'm willing to try it if you guys are willing to try it. Can I get one of the heroes to make a persuasion check for me real quick?
Sure. I will, since I've been doing a lot of the talking, I will go ahead and make my persuasion roll. Which for Teen Resident makes it a roll to 13, so I have a 17 total.
Perfect. Okay. Just marking down what you got.
Yeah, because the reason I'm asking because one of my powers, I have two different powers, and one of which is to put them in the soul vault, and the other is just to shunt them to an underworld. I rather not put an evil necromancer into the soul vault.
You're about to
I
have
don't
an
know
internal insurrection.
But the other power I have is a little doesn't always work. And I don't know. Could I make some sort of knowledge check or magic check or something to know if I could even open a gate to one of the underworlds from here?
Yeah, give me an expertise magic or expertise occult, whichever one is better for you. With a 19, you are relatively sure you could open a portal to the underworld here. And you think that that would definitely buy you time for whatever you guys need to do with the Overseer.
If you're willing to try it, Deathgate, I'll help. I don't know how much help I can be. But we can try it.
And based on, yeah, I mean, I can try. Now she had a staff with her too. Is the staff just a mundane staff of cool looking?
The staff
necromancy.
The staff
Cool.
appears to be a human spine.
Is it just a human sign of I'm evil and this looks cool, or is it actually imbued with powers or something?
I'm gonna roll over your expertise magic check. It is, she does need to have access to it to use her spells. The way as you're sort of reading the magical connection between Cadavris and this spine, you get the impression that she needs to be in contact with some kind of remains. So either flesh or bone, something to channel that necromantic energy. So as long as you send her somewhere where there aren't remains, she shouldn't be able to come back.
Or at least not for a while.
Yeah. Unless she does something drastic, like cut her own arm off and make a staff out of it.
Her cut a deal.
Yeah, or cut a deal with Hades.
Because that will never come back to bite me in the. Yeah, I will. Since my power is wonky, it doesn't usually work. I would be. Yeah, I'm gonna blow the hero point, and get ritualist to make it work.
Awesome. So you're gonna do ritualist, and you want to create a dimensional movement power, basically.
I basically want to make my power that is not controllable.
Gotcha. Okay.
or whatever I have to do that. I don't know if it's I do need to get ritualists or what makes the most sense thematically, but
I would
my
say,
idea being
I'd say ritualist would be a good starting point for that. So let me do some quick math real quick. Okay, so we are beginning a ritual to move Cadavris into an underworld of Deathgate's choice. So let me do some quick math here real quick. Ritualist is a cool advantage because it allows you to replicate a power that your character doesn't usually have. It just takes time. So
yeah, in this case it's a power I have. I just normally can't control it or have yeah.
You're augmenting a power you already have to get rid of the flaw that means it can't be controlled.
Yes.
Which is good. Alex, Resonant has expertise magic, so she could assist with this, I'm assuming, since he's going to try to perform a ritual to do this.
yes, that is something that Resonant could assist with.
Okay.
Just so I know. Okay, so affects others. You can. You're not trying to make a portal, right? You're just trying to send her over there.
Yeah, just send her over there.
Because you can do affects others only, and that doesn't increase the cost of the power. So we can do dimensional movement 1 to an underworld, which costs 2 power points. Good to know. With 2 power points. So I have to make your expertise magic check in secret.
Dun dun
So
dun.
what is your modifier to expertise magic?
Which one? Resonant or?
I'll take both of them. That way I can roll them in secret.
Okay. Resonance magic expertise magic check is 10.
Okay. And what is Mortis's?
Mortis's is double checking. His is 8.
Okay, awesome.
And if I can choose, I'm thinking Elysium or Tartarus, specifically.
Nice.
I think Tartarus would be harder to get her into, but I'm like, Tartarus would also make it harder for her to get out.
Yeah.
Elysium, it's an awesome field. Cool, hang out in the field. There aren't any bodies in the field.
Ooh, the Asphodel Meadows is just kind of this wasteland of meh.
Yeah, but there might be a bone hydra hiding around there. We don't want that.
Nonsense. Not in the Asphodel Meadows.
All right, so
It's hydra free. It's dehydrated. Oh.
Oh.
Ouch. Bad jokes already. It's bad.
So I'm gonna roll something real quick just to see if you guys can see it.
Oh Lord.
/GR. Were you all able to see that?
Don't see anything.
Nope.
Okay, so I can roll in secret this way. Perfect.
So,
Dun, dun, dun.
one thing I do want to do, though, because I'm not going to be completely horrible, is I do want to make sure that when I send her over, send her over, I want to give her a couple coins that she has just in case she needs them for. To
Hanging the
cross
ferry,
over.
man.
Yep.
That's awesome. Okay, so you spend the hero point to get the ritual advantage. Now there are 2 ways we can do this. You could do a proper ritual. The design portion of a proper ritual takes 4 hours per power point, so this would be an 8-hour ritual design and a 20-minute ritual cast. If you could jury rig the ritual if you want. You spend a hero point to jury rig a ritual, ideal for when a particular spell is needed right now. We skip the design check and reduce the time of the ritual performance to 1 round per power point. So that'd be 2 rounds. It does increase the DC of the check by +5.
We need to get going. So
All right. So,
I don't think we have the 8 hours to do this.
awesome.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
it's your
jury
power.
rig it. It will just take. So, what we could do, since you're doing, can you do extra effort to get an advantage? I think you can. 'Cause you could just go fatigued, I think.
That's an excellent question.
No, actually, advantages are hero points. Okay, so it'd be 2 hero points if you want to do it quickly.
I gotta do it.
Awesome. So, let me roll resonance to assist. Okay. And let me roll yours to succeed. We're trying out something a little different tonight, chat, where the GM is able to roll in
Secret rolls.
So I will not be saying my rolls out loud.
But
what was your expertise magic one more time, Jonesy?
it's only 8.
But you might be getting a bonus from Resonant. Who knows?
I would
Possible.
hope I'd be hoping I'm getting. I'm hoping I'm getting a bonus from Resident. I'm hoping I'm getting bonuses for invoking Iron Maiden and Judas Priest as well. But we'll see.
Heavy metal bonuses. I like it.
By the power of Judas Priest, you got another thing coming.
Oh no!
Pray to the gods of rock and roll.
So you jury rig this ritual. You are successful. So please describe Resonant and Deathgate, how this ritual is sort of popping off.
Resonant is going to be following Deathgate's lead, basically doing whatever he asks her to do in terms of trying to any incantations. She's not probably able to manipulate the energy that he's asking for, but she can at least set things up that he needs. Basically, kind of playing magical gopher, go for this, go for that type of thing.
Awesome. And Deathgate, do you want to describe how the ritual fires off?
Yeah. So one of the things I'm actually hoping Resonance can help me with is that I know I can do this power. I've done it before, but I also know it's wildly not something I control because I can't focus it. So I'm hoping with Resonance help, I'm able to focus the energies better. I find a nice open spot. I do a runic sigil. I do my best Latin around it, and because I don't know Greek, and Greeks and Romans. I'm hoping it's close enough for government work, and as I move the body inside, I get them positioned. I actually use her staff to help focus and use it to help open the gate. And I invoke Hades and the Tartarus, and I call forth Carrion. And as I summon, the circle kind of glows black and with like backlit purple energy and looks very metal. As everything's set and she's lying there and we're booking the energy that's building and swirling around her, the last step is for me to reach in and grab 2 pennies from my change from my pocket and throw 2 coins to the ferryman to send her across.
Perfect. Yeah, you just catch the spectral visage of this emaciated man in a big hood, scooping her up and dumping her in a boat and disappearing in a cloud of black smoke. You can hear just barely the rolling tide of the river Styx disappearing into the portal that you created. So, awesome. You all have done something with the necromancer, at least. So she will not be there to report back to her superiors.
Well, I'm so glad that worked.
Me too.
We should go check on Dave.
Last time I tried doing something that crazy, I got stuck. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Meanwhile,
We should go check on Dave.
speaking of Dave, meanwhile, back at the factory where Dave is preparing to fix everything. Dave, sure enough, you show up. There are a couple of locals taking stock of everything that has been smashed. You see many machines are in pieces. Things of import have been removed. You hear sort of grinding steel as people are sort of trying to fire back on these weapon manufacturing presses and various things like that. What would you come in? You start to take stock of everything.
You guys make weapons for those guys?
It's one of the things that we're required to make.
Why? If you make the weapons, why don't you just overthrow them when they come to take stuff? You've got the weapons.
Zalbrum doesn't need weapons to destroy us.
But then why are you making weapons? I don't
Una's
understand
armies.
this place at all.
They're not for the super villains. They're for the super villains minions.
Wait a minute.
That's a
I just got a great idea. What if you make weapons that don't work very well? They just look good.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, Dave, don't let me down.
Oh.
A 5. Yeah. Shut up, kid. Nobody's listening to you.
Yeah, they're like, that would cause way more trouble than it's worth.
It sounds like everything you're doing is trouble anyway. All right. Well, all right. Stop that wheel over there. Like, this is I can't fix it if it's still like, you gotta chill out and give me like a half an hour. I got this. Can you give me a half an hour?
They kind of look at each other quizzically, but the foreman says, "Yeah, I guess we can go take a lunch break real quick."
That sounds like a great plan. Go have a sandwich. Yeah. Okay. So
Sandwich.
I'm assuming there's not a lot of unique machinery here. It's just several automated lines of the same thing.
Yes.
So by looking at various parts that aren't busted, I can ascertain what each complete line should look like, and then just start putting that back together.
I would make a technology check to see if that is
Oh,
true.
I hate it when you say dice things, because that means roll dice. Oh no, why am I doing this dice hobby? Woo! Well, it's a little better than my persuasion.
That's a lot better than
18.
persuasion.
18.
I mean, this is just like my project in shop class, right? This is easy. I got this.
Well, I have got good news. With an 18, you are able to get the factory up and running again in 30 minutes.
All right.
So
30 minutes or less.
I might go make myself a sandwich and be waiting there when they get back, just in case. Like, what told you guys? This is the nastiest pork sandwich I've ever had. What is this? Don't answer that. All right, I'm done with the sandwich.
Long pig.
And just then, it got dark again. All right, so I will jet on out to the other heroes. Dude, do not eat the sandwiches here. I'm just gonna say it.
yeah, go ahead and describe narratively how you go through and repair everything real quick.
All right, so resonating at super speed, he sort of eyeballs the gears and mechanisms and goes zipping around, occasionally stopping at a piece that's not broken to see how the other one should look. And there's sort of this staccato burst of metallic ringing as parts are hammered into shape and reattached and realigned, and gears are meshed. And it's good everybody went to lunch, because they would be going crazy with the high-pitched ringing that all this ruckus is generating. And then 30 minutes later, he flips a switch, boom, and the machines kick on.
And you have repaired the weapon factory for Una, Queen of the Netherworld. Why does that sound like a bad thing? Anyway.
It does.
It does sound like a bad thing.
And the foreman does return around that time. Resonant and Deathgate also arrive to sort of
With
take stock.
Darkstar in tow.
Yes, with Darkstar in tow.
Hi, Dave. Did you get this whole place working on your own?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic. I mean, it's kind of like that's like a lathe over there, and and that's like a drill press, and there's a bandsaw looking thing. It's just it's just like shop class. You just put stuff back together. They're making weapons here. Like I said, why didn't they just take the weapons? These people are all kind of circular logic. I can't even wrap my head around it. Like everything's the wrong answer. These people are crazy.
Resident's gonna walk up and give you a hug.
Oh,
Good
thanks.
job, Dave. And
Thanks.
she'll step back. So okay. Look at the guy that's been following us around. So what else can we do? Or is that enough to keep you guys, I guess, quote unquote, safe? So we can go look for 7?
I mean, the only other thing that I could think that would really help would be to help us hide the supplies that were found by Caterus. But
Do you
if
have
you
a
need
new,
help
do you
your
have a
friend-
new do you have a new hiding place?
Well, we have plans for a new hiding place, but we haven't quite we haven't been able to put the time in to finish it.
Did you say time? Can I see those plans
Yes, you may.
real quick? Let me see those plans.
Can I have we have Darkstar look those over as well, because I have a feeling her enhanced strength might come in handy for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, so looking over the plans, it looks like they have ideas for a concealed bunker just outside of town. Looking them over, it looks like this bunker is probably going to require 2 months worth of worked hours, so time rank 20.
Oh,
To determine how long it takes a superpowered character to clear the Earth, subtract the digger's relevant power from time rank 20. Multiple characters can contribute to the effort, adding +1 to the strongest character's rank for every helper to a maximum of 5.
wow.
A helper
Well-
must be within 5 ranks of the strongest character's strength or effect rank, otherwise the efforts don't meaningfully affect the outcome.
Well, I mean, I've got speed 9 or quickness 4.
I would say that you
Okay.
could use your speed 9 to contribute to the digging
Okay.
efforts.
So if we did speed of 9, we could use Darkstar's strength of 10.
I can move a fair amount of stuff with my ethereal grasp.
Well, we're doing a +1 on whoever's got the highest, right?
Yes. +1
Yeah.
per helper.
+1 per helper. So
Yeah,
we can all help. It's just who's the best.
We should probably, I guess, stack off of Darkstar's strength if we're looking to maximize our success.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I can
So-
help. I can help by softening the ground up with probably my flare strike,
Okay.
which is rank 8.
So we all three
So-
have something to contribute, right?
Yep.
So that should knock it down to 7 if we take all that off of the 20 ranks. That is 7.
Yep.
7.
That's
Not that
15
7.
minutes.
Yeah. I'm digging that. Let's do that.
This is why we love the curve that is the time scale in Mutants and Masterminds.
Love that superhero stuff.
Being a superhero makes menial jobs easy. And the good thing about this is that you actually don't have to roll anything.
Make rolls.
This
Yes!
This just happens. So
Just happens.
go ahead and describe to me how the Liberty League bands together and accomplishes 2 months of work in 15 minutes.
Well,
And-
it all takes place during a montage.
Montage!
Um,
An 80s metal montage.
yes, because
Because Deathgate
My-
is here.
Deathgate is here and Deathgate has an iPod.
Is it a video iPod? Because I mean, we are in the early 2000s.
It's an old cheapy one, but he always has one on him just because. Yeah,
It's an iPod Nano, but not the square one, the little rectangle one with the screen on it.
so I can, he needs to be able to churn out teachers at some point somehow.
Mhm.
So yes, yeah.
So I imagine for Resonance, she is probably heating up the ground by basically causing cascades of flame to get across it to help break down the rocks and stuff into manageable chunks that can be moved quicker.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, I basically do my best poltergeist impersonation and have the whole stuff flies around the room, but in this case, the whirlwind cyclone focuses around the debris that you're unearthing and then pulling them up.
And
So
I imagine,
we're excavating the area where the other two go and build, I would think.
yeah, Dark Star is probably good at also excavating, and I'm sort of redirecting the pieces that are flying back into their and looking at the plans real fast and putting things and look at the plans and rearranging as you're lowering them down, just sort of guiding stuff into place. So it all drops in like Lincoln logs.
Which 80s song is playing?
I'm assuming the cover of "Working on the Railroad" from the heavy metal movie soundtrack.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a deep cut. I'm here for it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, so yeah, the heroes, the Liberty League all bands together. You guys are able to build this hidden bunker and move the things that they are stockpiling into that bunker to make it safer for them when the next inspection comes through. Is there anything else you guys want to do? You do still have some time. You guys have spent about an hour here. 45 minutes, so about an hour here, improving their situation. There are 11 more hours until a new bad guy shows up, but at this point I will say degrees of success wise you guys have chipped in to help grateful locals and even make a few new friends in the form of Dolus, so every hero gains 1 hero point.
Sweet.
Woo!
So Resident, like, do you think we can rescue Seven and get back here in time to stomp the bad guy when they come here? Because like, these people are like always giving up and stuff. Like, we did this stuff. I'm just worried they're just gonna be like, oh, we pulled over here. You know, just they're always caving in around here.
I think they've just been put down so much that it's just second nature. But if we got 7, I'm sure we could come back and actually do something more meaningful. Although if 7 bests Una, who knows what she could get. So, I mean, we probably need to back her up there.
Okay. All right.
So, how do we find 7 though?
Dolus kind of looks up to you guys. He says, you know, don't judge them too harshly here. I mean, we've been under Una's thumb for decades at this point.
Yes, see, that's what I told them, is the whole subjugation thing.
I ain't even been alive for decades. I can't wrap my head around that.
Same.
I guess we could try to trace the magic the necromancer used to send 7 away. I don't have any real tracking spells, but I don't know. We could work together, maybe.
I mean, I don't know any magic, but sure.
Dolus says, "I've got a map of the local area back at my place. If that would help, and we can
Yes, yeah.
give you
I
some
could
dinner at least."
a map would help. We could use one of my crystals as a divining rod. Or
Yeah, and if the necromancer was the one who opened the portal, I can, we can use me as a tuning rod again, I guess. I don't know.
Darkstar, get over here and pick up Deathgate again.
Hot, cold. Oh no.
Beep, 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 beep. You're just making that noise with your mouth. I know. So Dolus will take you guys back to his house. It's a little shack near the center of town. As you guys come in, you see that this place is definitely built for 2 people to live here, but Dolus seems to live on his own. You see a couple of... you see one painting on the wall of him with a sort of handsome and intense-looking man with angular wolf-like features. and white skin. But everything seems to be in sort of a fine layer of dust, and everything seems a little, I don't know, a little sad and broken down in here. But he does take you into the dining room, and he clears off a space, and he rolls out a map of the surrounding area of... I forgot the name of the town. Terababa.
Okay. So when he puts the map down, Resident will pull one of her gems, one of her crystals off of her glove and tie it to a string. And that's what she'll use to kind of hover over the map and begin swinging it back and forth and trying to put magical energy into it to see if she can't locate Seven's aura.
Cool. Go ahead and give me an expertise magic check.
Okay, I do have the advantage skill mastery.
So you could make this as a routine check.
I can make this as a routine check, which gives me a 10 without having to roll, which would give me a 20 overall.
20 overall. And Mortis, are you assisting? Is that right?
I'd like to try assist.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give me an expertise magic check.
Mortis got a 21.
Awesome. So Mortis, you do, or sorry, Deathgate, you do assist.
Sorry. Yeah.
You give a +5 bonus, so a 25. With a 25, as you're sort of hovering, you're sort of dangling this crystal over the map, it starts to circle and vibrate, and this sickly green energy kind of goes through. I don't know why Al was blocked by our robot, but I fixed it for you, Choop. This sort of sickly green energy cycles out of the gem and pools over like smoke on the map itself, whirling and swirling over this landscape. You see it sort of pass out of the mountain range that you guys are in and down into this lowland swamp, before it comes and coalesces and forms a sort of floating gothic number 7 above a map marker on the map itself. You see on the map is written Nightstone Work Camp, and Dolus's eyes sort of narrow and drop when he sees that.
I really don't like the words work camp.
Dolus, you don't look so good. Something wrong?
If your friend has been taken to Nightstone, there's not much that I can do to help. My husband was taken there 6 months ago.
That's not where they take them to turn them into the undead, is it? Or is it?
They usually take living people there and work them until they die and bring them back as undead to keep working. That is where Zabrim keeps his central headquarters that he oversees the entire region for. Chat, let me know if I'm too quiet. Jupe says I'm a little quiet.
Been trying to balance out audio.
Deathgate's eyes have gone solid black. He seems a little upset.
Deathgate claimed it was a ghost, so Dave will try to pass his hand through him when he's looking, just to see if that works.
Bonk. Ow.
You said you were good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything.
Said I'm a living ghost.
Well, I mean, so's Casper. You can still pass through him. Sorry.
No, Casper's a friendly ghost.
Try
Oh.
try now, Dave.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Why are your eyes all black? That's creepy.
I'm a little upset.
We're just gonna go get her, right? Like, we don't have to stand for this, right, guys?
Well, we have to go back there to get 7. We could
right?
maybe maybe
Wreck
see
a place?
about, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's take stock of the last hour. We kicked like 6 giants' butts. The undead lady over there with her freaky staff. We built a bunker in 15 minutes. Fixed the factory in a half an hour. Like, we got this, right? You guys do this all the time?
No. We worked with 7, but not to this degree. And they usually don't let the students at Claremont, go out on field missions. But we were friends with 7. It kind of got us a few perks that the others didn't.
So wait, we done all this, and you don't normally do this? Like, this isn't your thing?
Not 9 to 5.
And I'm a freshman. This is my first costumed adventure. Like, we got this. We've been doing this for an hour. We're pros. Let's get them. Let's do this.
Resonance thinking to herself, we didn't do that well against Bress by ourselves. But she kind of holds her tongue.
That's good. Like, I feel like this place is starting to get to you guys. Like, you guys are getting all gloomy like everyone else that lives here. Like, this is no good. We're going to have Spooky is going to fire up the iPod, and we're going to crank some kicking tunes, and we're going to go chew bubblegum and kick ass, but we're all out of bubblegum. Let's go do that. Come on, 7's waiting. We got to get her.
I'll look at Deathgate. If that's where 7 is, we should do what we can, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't, and hopefully lay waste to the entire place on the way out.
Whew. I'm liking the sound of this.
I'd imagine we get a very curt nod from Darkstar when we're discussing this.
Yeah, she was all into the combat thing, so I think we'll be fine. Like, she's in the principal's office talking about, so we'll be good.
Yeah, she gives you one of those Wolverine sort of like grunt and affirmations. Yeah, I imagine Darkstar would have many problems with work camps, being a former servant of the Terminus.
All right, I guess we're gonna go see about getting Dolus's husband and anybody else that's there back when we go to rescue 7.
Dolus, while you guys have been sort of discussing this, you see he's been writing a note, and he hands it to Deathgate. He says, his name is Kadrim. If he is alive, I know he'll be up to some trouble there. He has a knack for that, even in the worst places. If you give him this, he will help you in any way he can.
Dolus, is this where the governor's seat is, or does he just put all his dissidents there? Like, is he there? Would he be coming from there to check up on his necromancer?
Yes, it's where he lives most often. I don't know that I'd call it his official seat of power, but he doesn't stray from the work camp very often.
I say we put a tack on the governor's seat. Let's do it. I don't like this governor guy. I'm in the mood for some pranks.
But if he's gonna leave to come check out the town when the necromancer doesn't report, then wouldn't it be better to attack when he's gone?
But what if something bad happens to 7 while we're waiting for that?
True.
If this 7 is as important as you say, if she is the Master Mage of your realm, Zobrin won't be leaving for a while, I don't think.
He would just send forces to the city to check on it.
Yeah, he's going to want to soften her up and bring her to Una himself to get the credit for it.
We can't let him do that, no.
And there are rumors of horrible things that he does at this camp. I can't imagine he'll be leaving anytime soon if he's got your friend.
Okay, let's go stage a jailbreak.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's our plan.
And as you guys are leaving, you sort of see there's a panel of Dolus sort of by himself as the door closes behind you, and you see for the first time he has this very uncomfortable smile on his face. Like, he doesn't smile very often, but you seem to have engendered some spark of hope in him. And you all are heading on down out of the mountains into the fetid, stinking, magenta-colored swamps of this part of the Netherworld, making your way to the Nightstone work camp. Is there anything you all are doing as you're making your way down, or?
Can we afford licensing for soundtrack music? Because I'm just saying, like, Jonesy is throwing out tunes. Like, we gotta up the budget. I'm just kidding.
I'm not messing with RCA.
No, not at all.
The revolution will not be televised.
Resident.
Yeah.
I can't promise I won't kill this guy.
You're not supposed to. I mean, I get it. He's got 7 and he sounds like a very bad guy, but we're supposed to be better than that. Do you... I don't know that I can hold you back. I can try. If you need me to. I mean, I'll do what I can. She's kind of giving you that kind of impish smile, like I'm here for you type of thing. Just trying to be all bubbly. But focus on 7. If we need to, maybe if we subdue the guy, you can do what you did to Cadavers, right? Send him somewhere worse.
We'll see.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on you. All right?
All right.
Okay.
Deathgate, I'm going to deal you a hero point.
After that conversation, Resident's going to kind of slip to the back and begin apologizing profusely to Darkstar for freezing her solid back at Freedom Tower, and say that is definitely not what she was trying to do. She was just trying to catch Brace in it, and there wasn't quite enough room to manage that. So she's just basically apologizing for causing collateral damage that she didn't mean to.
I won't respond in character because I don't know Darkstar well enough to respond, but my initial instinct was like, just don't do it again. Everyone gets one.
That sounds appropriate. Totally. Totally appropriate.
Thank you, Kevin, for finding your inner valley girl.
I was alive when that was a thing, you know.
Do not quote the ancient magic to me. I was there when it was written.
True story.
I remember when you had to draw the numbers on your dice with crayons.
Oh, no.
Now, that happened in my lifetime, but I wasn't actually playing yet. But yes, that was the thing.
So, you go rolling on down out of the mountains. Traveling here, even the air in the Netherworld is just heavy. It sort of seeps down into your chest, and it sits heavy on your bones, sort of like coal smoke, or just some deeply oppressive, horrible feeling. And this general malaise starts to settle in on everyone. I would like everyone to make a will save.
Welcome to Pharaohburg. How can we help you?
All right. We will roll for Darkstar.
Will save.
That was
Mortis failed miserably. I got a 4 total.
So the resonant roll there is actually Dark Star's roll. So that is a 10 for Dark Star. And resonant actually has a 17, or I'm sorry, a 19.
I clearly have channeled my inner optimism because Dave's will save is a 29.
Oh.
Wow.
This place ain't bringing me down. Oh no.
You
Guys, pick those chins up. We got this. This is like the most amazing team up ever. This is one for the history books. We got this.
I love when the dice reflect reality, when they reflect the roleplay.
Overdrive and his amazing friends.
Yeah, seriously.
So, Resonant and Overdrive, the general, drag of this place isn't having too much of an effect on you guys outside of, feeling sort of that tug at the back of your psyche about being uncomfortable, being unhappy. Mortis,
I just figured it's the spandex.
yeah. Deathgate, combined with your feeling about what's going on at the work camp and just this sort of just oppressive nature, you're gonna get a -2 penalty in the upcoming skill challenge. But you just have this general just edge about you. You definitely are out for blood. You're feeling this rage sort of simmering, building with the despair and the horrible feelings of this. I assume you turn up the music on your iPod to try to drown everybody or Dave's optimism out.
A little bit, yeah.
And Dark Star is also going to get that -2 penalty. Dark Star is having general flashbacks almost to her time in the Terminus. Just this general sort of... You guys are almost in like the negative energy plane, it feels like. But without too much difficulty, you do make it down into the swamps, and you can see up ahead of you, in this sort of swirling magenta swamp, there is... It looks like the ruins of a castle in the center of a spiraling group of outbuildings and several areas of mass excavation. So big cranes, heavy industrial equipment, people sort of moving about with collars around their necks with these sort of glowing purple gems in the center. You appear to be at the Nightstone work camp.
Good thing we didn't bring a... To reference another 80s thing, it's a good thing we didn't bring a horse to this swamp.
Oh no! Everybody take a -2 psyche damage.
Hey!
So you all are... Yeah, you're all sort of out overlooking this work camp. And you see there are hundreds of people from your vantage point moving about this area that stretches on for maybe 2 or 3 miles as you're looking down over the landscape. You see... I guess, how do you guys want to survey the camp?
We have the high ground, right?
Yes.
I mean...
We bought that DLC, so yeah.
and a couple of us even have flight.
That's true.
Ooh.
So we definitely have the high ground.
I mean, I don't know what the quality of the sky is like here. Could a flyer sort of eyeball it without getting spotted? Or do we just need to sort of peek from here?
Either way, so I've built this surveying as sort of the first round of the skill challenge.
Okay.
Characters with movement powers can attempt to make a full survey of the area to better coordinate the team's actions, or
Okay.
you could make a more difficult perception test from where you are.
I mean, given the size of it, I feel confident I could do a ground survey real fast.
And you're
I can go
such
2
a
miles.
blur.
2 miles around. I imagine I could. It might. Take 30 seconds, but hopefully not be easily spotted.
Yeah, I do have it set as taking 1 hour of time rank to do this, but you have quickness and you have speed, so you can subtract your speed from that time rank.
Okay.
We're
30
getting-
seconds later.
We're getting work out the
wait.
rank chart.
Wait, what is the? It's an hour, and is that 9?
That is 9, yes.
So then, in 0,
It's a free action for you.
Yeah.
It's a standard.
1
reaction.
second.
Because I have
One-
speed 9.
Yeah, 6 seconds.
So
I like the sound of that.
So what I need you to do, Overdrive or Dave, I need you to. It's so weird calling you Dave and everybody else has a superhero name.
It's
I've
Super
always
Dave.
got to be. Yeah.
Super
I'm
Dave.
working on it.
So I want you to make a speed test. So that's going to be a
Okay.
D20 plus your speed rank.
Okay. Now that's. I should just use the dice app in the. There's nothing on the character sheet for a speed test, right?
I don't think so.
All right.
We
So
can
let
add
me
one
just.
real quick.
Well, I know it'd just be just as easy to just use
Slash.
the dice roller that's built in.
Yeah.
22 on a speed check.
Awesome. So that is going to be successful. What this surveying does, it's not going to add a degree of success to the skill challenge, but it's going to give everyone a +2 circumstance bonus to other tests in this skill challenge.
Awesome.
So, Deathgate and Darkstar, that will offset your -2 from the malaise. The relevant intelligence Dave is able to uncover in this 6-second search includes the location of Zabram's fortress in the center of the prison camp, the fact that there are 6 prisoner barracks sort of arrayed almost in the directions of the compass rose radiating out from the fortress, everywhere except for northeast and southwest. There is a guardhouse where you see several tall figures in long magenta cloaks that sort of cover up their whole bodies from like the middle of their face down. They seem to be cycling in and out of there. You also see some of these figures in these magenta cloaks watching over everything that's going on. You also see there's a train station, a dozen or so extraction sites in the swamp proper. So you're sort of taking that cycle around this whole area. The extraction sites seem to be the places with those heavy cranes, those rototillers, those bulldozers, all that stuff. They seem to be pulling some kind of material, this sort of viscous, purplish moss or algae or slime, something like that, out of the swamp. There's a processing plant where a lot of that muck is being taken to process, and there are 4 storehouses which seem to contain whatever is being harvested and processed from the swamp. There are approximately 600 prisoners held at Nightstone, not counting any of which that might be held inside the fort proper, and 200 or so of these guards in the magenta cloaks overseeing everything.
Small guards.
So that's what you're able to find out with your quick survey.
Okay, so that quick survey gave us all that info. Are the prisoners out and working currently?
Yes, there are many prisoners working. You do
Okay.
see there are some prisoners who are in the barracks, or Dave is able to see that there are some prisoners who are in the barracks, but it looks like they work in a full day schedule. So there are daytime shifts, nighttime shifts. There's always extraction being done from the swamp itself.
Okay.
Do I get a sense from my survey that this swamp material is flammable?
I will say, since you got a 22, yes, you do see a couple of warning signs saying no open flames near the
Guys.
near the materials.
I got some
Oh.
ideas.
There's
Oh,
a no
no.
smoking sign.
I mean, 200 guards is a lot of guards, but I have some ideas.
While you guys are sort of formulating that, and Dave has run off, Deathgate, you have a sense that lets you sense spirits, correct?
Yes, I can see and talk to ghosts.
Okay, so as you're sort of
And they can see and tell that they know that instinctively they can talk to me.
I've been watching Ghost Whisperer with Liz for the last 2 months.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
I will say my favorite character on that show is the skateboard that rolls the ghosts around on screen. So, as you're sort of waiting for Dave to come back from his 6-second jaunt through the swamp,
It's taken so long.
I
Dave's
know.
slowing down.
It's weird because your perception of time seems to be stretching. You're the only one who notices that it's taking Dave a little bit longer to get back. and you just have this general. It's almost overwhelming just being in this swamp as you're sort of gazing out over the terrain. There are spirits everywhere. You see thousands of souls who have never known peace or kindness and died. And around each of the guards wearing these magenta cloaks, you see there is sort of a suffering spirit that is chained directly to them.
And this is where I gain a rage point? Oh, wait, wrong game.
But there is just it's a lot. It's a little overwhelming for you. But you haven't been in an area so rich with spectral activity before. So as Dave returns, you sort of come back a little bit into phase with everybody else, but it's distracting almost how many spirits are here. But yes, whatever you all would like to do. Or actually it's 8:23, so this might be a good time to go to our 5-minute break while you all sort of formulate how you want to tackle this prison camp.